All right, we're not gonna do something crazy. This one's a very easy lesson. You're new, so for you it's a little bit newer. Did you go through the school sales training? Do you have access to that?
Yeah, I just started 3 days ago.
The school
School in sales, yes.
for sales? Yeah. Okay. Watch the videos. There's specific videos that haven't been added yet. We're slowly adding those. A lot of the videos pay attention to it. The sales training has nothing to do with how to go over the script. It's just how to be able to go speak on the phone. Right? Same thing with you. Make sure you go through those videos, take notes, because you're gonna be implementing them on your own phone calls, especially because you're building your own agency. Right? Take notes. Note takers are money makers. Right? We're gonna start in the middle. This video is like the middle of the whole sales training. We haven't ran these in what? Like a week, 2 weeks, right? But for anybody that cares, we're gonna go off of pausing, right? It happens a lot on a closing call more than a sales call on the phone. But do you pause when you think, when you ask key questions? Amazing. Pausing helps them think, right? It's not a bad thing. When you pause on a phone call, it's intentional, right? I deliberately paused on these phone calls to make sure that these guys actually think about the question that I'm asking. A lot of times when I ask these guys, why do you want to be able to make a lot of money? They say, oh, I want financial freedom. I relate them back to me. I said, financial freedom. Everybody wants financial freedom. My grandma wants financial freedom. I'm going to tell you why I got into this shit, right? I explained to them what my purpose was. And then I'm like, again, bro, outside of financial freedom, outside of money, why? What is your purpose? What would money do for you? Pause, and then they think. And I don't say shit. You can also do it when you're dropping investment. Bro, obviously, if we're going to hold your hand throughout the whole process, teach you everything you need to know in order for you to make 10, 15, $20,000 a month, there is an investment. But we're here to build you, not break you. Boom. Right? That's a key point. I want them to pay attention. Right? What's a good example for you to pause? Yeah. Anything. Pause, dude. You're at a point as a sales rep where it's not like a learning process anymore. It's like an artwork. You know what I mean? Like you have absolute control of the whole conversation. You know exactly what these guys do. The fact that you were like, bro, this guy's in the shower and he's not getting on the meeting, but I don't care about this guy. I'm just gonna cancel him. And it was a 700, right? That means at this point for you, it's like art. You know what I mean? How can I do it where I make this guy move a little bit, focus a little bit more? Like how can I make this guy laugh a little bit more, right? For you, the school sales training is a lot more important because now you're like, okay, let me go like become great. You make a lot of money. You make $9,000 a month, even more this month, right? You could make more if you get way better. Do you pause on phone calls? You pause a lot, huh? Do you, what are some good examples of when you usually pause? Every single one of those are key points. So any key point, make sure you pause. Don't try to fill in, right? Bro, you guys want to be at even Wolf of Wall Street, especially when he's dropping investment. You're like, okay, bro, boom, boom, boom. Do you love this? Yeah. Do you think this could work for you? Yeah. Do you think there's something you actually want to do? Amazing, bro. If you make it affordable, it makes sense. You love it. You know this is gonna work for you, bro. You ready to rock and roll? Yeah. Amazing. You know, drop a key point, get a commitment. Everybody does that. It's all sales training for pause. You don't. There's nothing much about pausing. Make sure you guys use it properly. For you, it's art. I was literally watching Tony and Alex go over Joseph Ortega's video on Instagram on how to close, and they were watching it, and he said some shit that really sparked their interest, and they were like, "Damn, I'm gonna use that." For them, it's not even about closing anymore. They get that fucking dude. I'm so good at what I do. I'm so great at what I do. This is an artwork now. Should be the same for you. Like, what can I do? Like, how can I make it, bro? It was such an artwork for me when I was a setter to a point where I would literally, Gerardo would be like, bro, push it 30 minutes. And I'd be like, okay, I got you. And I would go on a phone call and I would make a crazy ass story to push it 30 minutes. And then again, 30 minutes later, he'd be like, bro, push it an hour. I already pushed it once. So I had to make an even more crazier story to give an excuse on why. And they would always be, they would always be on my side. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I could push it 4 to 5 times and they would still show up.
Like, what would you say?
When I would push it the first time, damn, it's been like 8 months. But I would, when I was pushing your demos, because there were times when you would make me push the demos like 3 to 4 times,
Yeah.
right? I know I remember. I think the first time I was like, bro. I was like, bro. Oh yeah. This is crazy. So this is how I would push my demos. This is funny as fuck. So hypothetically, I go to Gerardo and he's like, bro, push it 30 minutes. Like you could push it 30 minutes.
Nigga, I
So
wasn't even, this guy, I wasn't even doing shit. And I was like, yo, bro, push it 30 minutes. He'd be like,
yeah. So this is how I would do it. I would call them and I'd be like, John, how you doing, man? Good, amazing. Bro, I know we have a meeting in 30 minutes. I got good news and bad news. Which one do you want to hear first? He'd be like, give me the bad news. Bro, bad news is that Gerardo is actually in a $50,000 deal right now. And we expect that he's been on it for like 3 hours now because these are big business deals. It's B2B, so they take a little bit longer. I did not expect it to go over our meeting. It seems like it is. Is it cool if we push our meeting like 30 minutes to an hour? Is that fine? They say, yes, beautiful, bro. Good news is, because of the inconvenience, Jardo said he's going to do something good for you on the Zoom call. I said, okay. And then he'd be like, yeah, amazing, bro. It edifies the fuck out of him because he's like, bro, $50,000 deal? Yo, like, I'm about to go talk to somebody that's like a real businessman, right? Then, hypothetically, I go back 30 minutes later, 40 minutes later, and he's like, bro, push it to tomorrow. What I would say, I would get back on a phone call and be like, John, I got bad news, bro. And he'd be like, what's up? I'll be like, so it turns out the deal that he was on, that guy had a business partner that we didn't know about. The business partner got on, and this actually went from a $50,000 deal to a $100,000 deal. Gerardo and the CEO of the business are actually driving to Los Angeles to go meet him in person, and they're gonna go close a $100,000 deal in person off Los Angeles. I highly doubt he's gonna be able to make your meeting. Is it cool? And I'm very sorry about this if you move it to tomorrow. Now it's a $100,000 deal, bro. Nobody thinks they're worth $100,000, bro. Like it makes sense why somebody would cancel a meeting, my meeting, for $100,000. So they would never complain, and it edifies the fuck out of Jordan.
free frame to fucking 748. That's how you get niggas to not be texting on their fucking demos.
Yeah.
What happens if they think it's like, that's an investment too?
Huh?
What do you think what happens if they think that's an investment they have to pay?
No, cause initially I said, oh yeah, bro, this is a $50,000 deal. It's a B2B. It's a business to business. So what we're doing is we're trying to get business owners to come work with us. So they don't think it's $50,000 investment for them. They're not business owners. You know what I mean? It's never what you say. It's how you say it. If you explain it properly, there should never be a question about it. You know what I mean? These guys know we're professional. We're good at what we do. We've created something that no one's created before. So it makes sense for it to be a $50,000 deal. You know what I mean? They wouldn't think that's the investment, right? If you're a great setter, realistically, for how good you are at what you do, you should drop the investment on the phone call. And if they show up, that makes it more real. You know what I mean? That's what you do. This guy would drop investment every single time. He would not put anybody in front of Evan without telling them, yo, this is the actual price of the product. Bro, like, as long as we could make it make sense, make it affordable, and help you get in, or you able to, do you want to come check out what it is? Hasn't seen nothing, and then like 2-3 hours later, if the person's still in cons and he shows up, bro, that's a guaranteed deal. The guy's already closed. You know what I mean? You just gotta show him what it is, right? Any other questions? We good? Pause. If you guys ever want to push a client, do it like that. Edifies the fuck out of the closer. Edification is very important. I think we're gonna get into that a little bit later. Let me check. Yeah, edification is very important. I feel like 90% of my deals close only because I was edifying either myself, Gerardo, or just the opportunity. A lot. Huh? Sometimes, not always. Barely. If they, especially if they ask, I would drop it right away. I wouldn't want to be like, oh well, this and that, and we need to look at, bro. Just
Yeah,
drop the
it's
investment.
control, bro. Like if they ask for it, if you're beating around the bush, they could sense that shit.
Yeah, they could sense that you're trying to fucking beat around the bush.
Yeah, usually I just say if they ask me that, I say that's a great question. Like depends how fast you want to go and how much help you want.
Yeah, you can say that too. Like that's for like people with less certainty, bro. Like if you have certainty, yeah, well, this is $10,000. Splash. You got $10,000 to spend. Of course. If you did, we would not be having this conversation, or I would be taking advice from you. You're not
Yeah.
spending it.
That's why what you need to do, and this is very important, is you need to go sell yourself on the product first. Like you should be like, yo, this is actually something that's gonna be able to go help out the clients. So you know that, are you solving a $10,000 problem in their life? Yes. Okay, beautiful. So it's worth $10,000. You know what I mean? So they're good.
Hey, you saw the Discord, Mo?
I did. I was like, what the
4-hour demo, closed them at